Congress, ano lang po, isang paisa lang. Baka naman pwede. Meron lang kasi akong pinaka-paboritong part dito sa hearing na baka naman pwede kong reaction na. React lang naman to. Hindi ko naman sinasabing pangit, baduy yung ano ninyo. Nakita ko po talaga kanina na ito pong Sir Johnny Pimentel, si Congressman Johnny Pimentel, nakita ko kanina, he's less grumpy and he's making everybody speak. Tapos hindi na sila masyado yung kailangan I acknowledge ka muna. Bago ka magsalita, you need to be acknowledged first. Kasi si Acop talagang consistent siya na Si General Acop, si Congressman Acop, consistent siya na parang yung lolo mo talagang masungit, wala ka nang ginawa matino. Tangin na kahit first honor ka, ayaw niya. Utsa, pagka nagdala ka ng mga kaibigan mo, ito po yung mga kaibigan ko. Putang na, sino yung mga demonyo yan? Palabasin mo sa bayong mga hayop na yan. Ayoko sa kanila. Ang gusto niyan, ang mga kaibigan mo, mga kirubin, mga anghel, mga anak nila Santo Papa, ganyan. Ganon kalupit. Si Acop talagang very strict siya. You wait for the honorable chair to acknowledge you. Ganun siya. Mas marunong siya kay Pimentel. Pero Pimentel handled the hearing kanina, even if nagsasagutan na si Abante at saka si Joey, at minsan hindi na siya na-address ng Mr. Chair, pinabayaan niya yung malayang diskurso at matalinong conversation. So bibigyan ko din ng pasadong grado si Representative Johnny Pimentel. Ang mahal lang talaga ng relo niya. Utang ina, pag nakikita ko yung pag nakikita ko talaga yung rose gold na, ko Rolex yata ito, putang ina, naiinggit ako. Representative Johnny Pimentel, ang ganda ng relo mo. Hindi, ako kasi mahilig ako sa relos Pag naagano si Johnny Pimentel, yung relo niya, yung rose gold, putang ina, sabi ko, ang sarap. Nainggit lang ako. Nainggit. Wala man ako ibang ibig sabihin. Nainggit na ako kasi ganyan ako pagka nakakita ako ng isang tao na ang ganda ng relo, parang ang yaman naman nito. Tagi na 50 million yung relos niya. Hindi ba ganun na? Kasi ako meron din akong Rolex, meron din akong mga mumurahin na mga relos, diba kasing mamahal nung sa kanila. Kumbaga sa akin, pinag-ipunan ko talaga. Para naman meron akong pangmalakasan ng konti, pero pag suot ko yung mga relos kong mahal, yung mahal na sa akin, puta na, nakita ko yung release ni Johnny Pimentel kanina, sabi ko buti na nag-Apple Watch ako ngayon. Puta ina, kung suot ko yung yung Seiko 5 ko, puta ina yung baka baka matunaw Pero sir, okay, very good. Ang ganda. Mahusay, napakahusay ng iyong pag-handle kanina, maganda gising mo. Masarap din yung ipinakain mo. Salamat sa masarap na ipinakain sa amin. Medyo mainit lang dyan, sir. Sa susunod, laksan yung aircon. Oo, tsaka yung mga waiter nyo ayaw magbigay ng tubig. Kaya na yung kinakabahan na nga kami, ayaw pa kami bigyan ng tubig. Kasama ba yan sa strategy? Pero baka naman pwede, Senator Johnny Pimentel. At tsaka Congressman, sino ba to? Yung kaaway ni Jay. Yung laging galit. Si Congressman laging galit. Pasensya ko na. Ano ko lang to, reaksyonin ko lang. Masaya kasi to, natutuwa ako dito. Natutuwa ako. Baka pwede Huwag nyo akong kakagalitan dito. Huwag nyo ako i-contempt dahil dito ko lang. Gusto ko lang makita. Nakita naman to ng madlang people. Pero gusto ko lang reaksyonan etong magandang magandang sequence na ito. Ito, pasok.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And
boses pa lang, maiinis ka na Ito, ang tapang ni Castro dito, palagay ko. Madaming laban ito si Castro na ipinanalo. Matindi itong laban na ito na niya kanina. Itong laban ni Castro kanina, ibang klase. Para talagang nakipagsuntukan siya sa 50 estudyante niya. Ito po si Teacher Ito po si Teacher Castro, tumatakbo pong senador. Tapos, pinractice niya na yung kanyang English. Dahil syempre, it's her time to shine. Matagal niya nang pinapatawag tong mga taga-Facebook. So, pinanindigan niya na. Pinanindigan na ni Miss Franz Castro yung pagpapatawag sa taga-Facebook. Putang na, be careful what you wish for, ha. Tinawag mo yan, kausapin mo yan.
I also thank the Meta for coming here.
Also thank the Meta. Putang ina, una pa lang palpak na eh. So thanks the Meta. Okay nang ina niyan. Puta, parang yung katulong namin to dati. Taragis talaga to si Aling Franz Castro. Visit talaga, hindi na lang kasi natulog to sa bahay.
After 3 notices. Thank you. I have...
Matawa pa siya. Okay nang inakala niya, nakakatawa yung sinabi niya. Ulitin natin yung sinabi niya.
When you look at the... when you...
Our content moderation...
Some specific...
about these very important issues. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Dr. Rafael. We will now proceed to the interpellation with regards to the Meta issue. The first to interpellate will be Honorable Franz Castro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I also thank the Meta for...
I also thank the Meta. Putang ina talaga, hindi ako makamove on dito. Putang itong ganito teacher ko, putang ina niyan, sabi ko kasi wala akong matututunan eh. Siguro to tinuturo talaga dito sa eskwela, puro makibaka. Makibaka. Ina niyan.
Coming here after 3 notices. Thank you.
Tumatawa pa siya. After 3 notices. Putangin na niyan, hindi naman nakakatawa yun.
Thank you. I have some specific personal question about how the Meta is detecting community standards violation or what you call violation of community standards.
Talaga, what is the community standard of violation and the community standard violation? Ano ba talaga kasi? Franz Castro, para naman tanga to eh.
When you look at the when you look at your platform, we have here several when you report like a content, you will find here several violations like scam, fraud or impersonation, unauthorized political ad, adult content, selling or promoting restricted items, violence, hate or exploitation, bullying or unwanted content, intellectual property, suicide or self-harm, false information, problem involving 18-year-old. Or someone under 18 years old.
Problem involving 18 years old. Anak ng tokwa, dire-diretso yun. Problems involving 18 years old. Pinutol mo pa eh. Problem involving 18 years old. Oo, involving 18 years old. Dire-diretso yun, ma'am. Pag binasa, parang ka namang yung kanta eh. Ngayon at kailan man sumpa ko'y iibigin ka. Ngayon at kailan man. Wag ganun, ma'am. Grabe naman kayo. Minsan na kumanta, nagbupa kayo. Ito, ayun nga, mali-mali naman yung basa naman kasi netong teacher natin eh.
Well, I was a victim of your platform where my official...
Pukin to. Biktima siya nung platform nila. Puta yun lang yan. Sarap na saging. Lalo na paggagaling sa buwis ng taong bayan. Biktima daw siya ng platform nila. Unang-una sa lahat, Franz Castro, nakikigamit ka lang. Nakikigamit ka lang sa Facebook. Hindi nagmakaawa si Facebook sa iyo na gumawa ka ng account sa kanila. Ikaw ang nagskusan loob na ginamit mo yung platform nila. Puta ina, ikaw pa na-scam. Anak, tinapay naman to si Franz Castro. O ikaw pa na-scam nila. Platform nila yan. Kanila yan. Nakigamit ka lang. Kaya nga meron ka pa nga dyan mga pipirmahan na mga I agree na mga kontrata. Kasi nga, pucha yan, lahat ng information na ibibigay mo sa kanila, hawak nila, makikita nila. So, ikaw yung nakikigamit lang sa kanila. Hindi ka naman nagbabayad. Usually nga yung iba nga kapag verified yung account, nagbabayad ka pa buwan-buwan sa kanila para lang ma-maintain mo yung account mo eh. Tapos ikaw, nakigamit ka na sa kanila, puta na scam ka pa nila, saan ka pa?
Facebook account were taken down by your platform due to it said there impersonation. So I cannot understand why do you take down an account due to impersonation. So how does it happen? So how you determine that really is this account is impersonated? Because this account was reported to COMELEC as my official election account for...
Putang ina, walang pakialam si Facebook kay COMELEC. Wala silang partnership. Wala silang pake. So, kung inirehistro mo yan sa COMELEC, putang ina yan, sa Pilipinas mo nirehistro yan. Hindi sa Facebook. Yung Facebook pag-aari yan ng ibang bansa. Nagsasasabi nito.
Yeah, for my daily activities during election.
Nahihirapan siya. Tangina. Ha, ang sakit. Yung mukha niya, oh. Tangina, naubos yung baon ko. Sabay yung mga nasa likod niya, tawanan ng tawanan. Putanginan to kasi. Dati manikurista lang kasi to. Putangina, naging congresswoman to. Ewan ko ba kung bakit.
Thank you, Madam Congressman. Mr. Chair, if I may. Madam Congresswoman, thank you for your question. Certainly impersonation is a violation of our community standards. And there, you know, I can say that I don't know the specifics of your case, but let me talk about a little.
Oh, naintindihan mo. Franz Castro, ha? I do not know the specifics of your case. Di ka naman kasi importante. Putang ina, buti sana kung ikaw si Xi Jinping. Nagreklamo yung Facebook niya, yan, importante yan. Pero kung ikaw lang, wala kang kwenta. Oo, hindi alam ni ano kasi kung makapagtanong ka, bakit na-scam nyo ako, tinanggal nyo yung account ko? Impersonation. Bakit ganun? Parang inaano mo na sila kagad, pinapananagot mo sila eh. Sana ang tanong, my account was taken down due to impersonation. That's the violation of the account. Now, what are your rules in taking down accounts with for example, that kind of a violation? Like a impersonation, copyright, etc., etc. How do you do it? Something like that, to naman si Franz Castro.
A little bit about how we try to deal with issues of impersonation, right? You know, first of all,
Alam ni Kuya, may hirapan siyang ipaano eh. Alam niya, putang ina, para siyang nagtuturo ng bisikleta sa unggoy eh. Puta, para siyang tinuturuan magbisikleta yung gorilla. Oh, alam nito ni Kuya na putang ina, mahihirapan ako ipaliwanag to. Kailangan in the most layman term. Oo, para maintindihan nito. Kaya the reason why your account were taken down or was taken down, mali pa yung grammar ko, by Meta due to impersonation is because you did not adhere to the ano yun yung tinatawag nila yung two verification policy, whatever. May mga ganun yung verification policy na may cellphone, may te-text sa'yo, ganyan. Hindi ka nagganon, kaya ka na take down as impersonation. Wala ka kasing pagkakakilanlan eh.
There can be a number of different reasons that an account might be taken down, right?
Yung authentication, two-way authentication, something like that yun eh.
There can be repeated violations of our community standards, or there can be very severe violations of our community standards. But other times, it can be because someone was able to, unfortunately, gain access to your account. Not your account, but anyone's account, right? It can happen that unauthorized access can take place, right? In those cases, they may, once a hacker has gained access to an account, then and sometimes what we see is they go and delete the account, or then they take over that account to use it for their own purposes, and what we do in those cases is we work with the rightful account holder to retake control of their account, right? So we ask for credentials. It could be a government ID. It could be various email addresses or other identifying information that were used with that account in order to regain control of it. I think
yes, the two-way authentication system. Oh.
One thing we've seen and that we know is an extremely effective guard against having accounts taken over by hackers is two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is really the first line of defense.
Yun ang tanong, nag two-factor authentication ka ba? Franz Castro, puta, hindi mo pa rin alam yun. Ibig sabihin, yun yung pagkukulang mo. Kaya na-suspend yung account mo dati.
Any user on Facebook, including members of Congress, have against their accounts being taken over. If you have two-factor authentication on, anytime someone would seek to make changes to your account, it would ping you to make sure that you're the right person and you're authorizing those changes. I would urge everyone to make sure they have two-fact turned on their account. I think it's also worth noting that, for government officials, for politicians who are engaged in an election cycle, we have specific channels where we can work together. We have our Meta Support Pro channel that you can access and that we're happy to work with you to make sure you have access to, so that if you have specific issues with your account, other members of Congress, other people running for election can access those channels. I think it's also worth noting, and I didn't really mention this in my opening comments, but I think I should.
Ayun nga,
Congressman, I would just emphasize again that if you or another member of Congress is having any types of these issues, we can certainly provide you access to our Meta Support Pro and other channels so that we can solve these problems together.
Mr. Chair, may I ask also that, are you familiar with troll armies? Troll armies, or mass reporting of an account so that it could be take down for any other reasons? Are you familiar with that?
Ano mo sagwa, no? Ako naiintindihan ko, if sumable ako sa grammar, hindi ako teacher eh. Pero kung teacher ka, tapos pinagmamalaki mo pa, ang inyong teacher sa Senado, tapos hindi ka marunong mag-grammar. Tayo na yung English mo, parang puta English kalabaw. Hype niya, nakakahiya.
Because
Tapos itong kupal na to, ang nagsasampa ng demanda kay BP Sara. Tayo na itong kumag na ito na puta ni hindi maayos yung kanilang pagsasalita ng English. Ito ngayon, yung may mga control sa mga bagay-bagay po tayo na mabang klase.
Suspecting that my personal account was a victim of that scheme by army trolls or by a group
ano?
would like to take down my account, because as I can see here in your process of checking the misinformation and disinformation, it would be, if it is mass reported, it goes to your AI, and then after that, human checking, right? Right? In your graph of how to determine the disinformation or violation of your community standards. So, so my questions is, are you familiar with that scheme?
Questions is... Ayun na, my questions is... My questions is... Ayun yan. Sakit sa ulo.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Madam Congresswoman, coordinated mass reporting absolutely violates our policies. We have seen that type of behavior before and certainly if we detect that type of behavior, then we would seek to make sure that any decisions that are made about accounts are the correct ones. And then we would also try to go after the people who are engaged in the coordinated mass reporting, because that clearly does violate our policies. And that's the type of abusive network that we would seek to prohibit from utilizing our platforms.
Another question, Mr. Chair, is about the...
I-acknowledge mo naman yung sagot. Naintindihan mo yung sagot niya. Okay, thanks for your answer. Wala man lang ganun. Puta, tanong ka ng tanong eh. Sagot naman ang sagot tong isa eh. Hindi nga nila alam kung naiintindihan mo.
An action of the Meta on the AI-generated images abused. I was also a victim of that when I hold a gun. They are using the AI generated.
Yeah. Ay, Diyos ko po, Claire. Ay, putay rest, Claire tuloy. Franz.
But still in the platform. But the Meta is not doing anything about that. And many progressive organizations and individuals are victims of that, Mr. Chair.
Yung Amerikano putang ina niyan. Hindi ko naintindihan.
Mr. Chairman, sorry. So the question...
Hindi naintindihan yung tanong. Okay, putay na naman kasi. I-text mo na lang. Franz Castro, i-text mo na lang. Baka maintindihan pa yan. Nak ng tanapay, oh.
So how do you detect or why are you not taking down AI generated images that you think are not or inappropriate or not true or misinformation?
Thank you.
Hingal hingal si Franz Castro. Walang nyo, pinahirapan nyo naman. Ito naman si Kuya, oh.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Madam Congresswoman, and for the committee, I think I would start from the place of our view of misinformation is that whether or not it's AI generated or not, it would be misinformation, right? And so I think first and foremost, what I would say and emphasize is that our misinformation policies apply to content that is AI generated and is not AI generated. Now, taking a larger look at AI generated content. Okay. There's a few different pieces to this, right? First and foremost, if people use Meta AI in our own products to generate for generative AI imagery or the like, we have the ability to detect that, right? And detecting the difference between generative AI and non-generative AI content. And so that's an area where we really need, just generally speaking, at Meta, we're required to disclose who is paying for the ad and sponsoring the content. You would also have to go through an authorization process, which would include, in most cases, providing a government ID.
Okay,
and you would have to be,
on that. So
if I could just finish one last point, you'd have to be located in...
Gusto mo nang putulin? Dali lang, di nga kayo nagkakaintindihan, puputulin mo pa. Walang iya talaga naman to si Ante, oh. Ante! Okay ni Nana, oh. Okay ni Nana Matun. Oh. Mangibabayin ka.
In Philippines, right? If you want to run a social issue or political ad, you'd have to be located in Philippines, right? And so there's a series of steps that you have to take to cross that threshold in order to be able to run those types of ads. And then in addition to it, if it is AI generated, you'd be required to disclose that it is an AI generated paid piece of content.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So really, it's very hard to determine because the the name of the account is alias, or the name of account is just like a, like for example, Makabayan. The account is using our political organization. That account names Makabayan, is using our political organization, but it has this what I saw an AI generated images of mine with guns, with the rebels, etc. I will
I will.
give you the images later so that you can see.
Mr. Chair, if I
Congratulations, Claire Castro. Oh, tangin na yan. Hindi, kaya ko lang naman to pinlay. Natatawa lang ako. Kasi, sa mga public officials, ang taas-taas ng ano natin, ang taas-taas ng, hindi na lang, sa mga jowa ninyo. Sa mga jowa nyo, nililigawan ninyo, mga nagmamahal sa anak ninyo, sa mga jowa ng anak nyo, o kumbaga mga girlfriend ng mga anak nyo, boyfriend ng mga anak nyo, ang taas-taas ng standards natin. Oo. Tapos biglang makikita natin, especially ganito, yung mayroon pang inimbita na mga taga-ibang bansa. Anong magiging... Mantakin mo, congresswoman ka na, hindi mo ma-articulate yung sarili mo, yung mga gusto mong sabihin dito sa mga foreigner na to. Hindi mo maayos ng maigi. Maayos na maigi pa. Pati ako, nalilito ko sa iyo eh. Yung mga sasabihin mo. Tapos eto, magka-craft ka ng batas. Tapos gusto mo pang tumakbo senador. Di ba? Gusto nga natin taasan yung level ng mga politiko natin. Dahil sa totoo lang, marami nagsabi sa akin na wala na yung mga Joker Arroyo type, yung mga Dick Gordon, magaling yan. Yung mga Dick Gordon type, mga Nene Pimentel type. Diyan sa Kongreso, mga Gordon type, ay mga Arroyo type, mga Divinesha, mga bilyar, wala na yung mga ganun, no? Yun yung sinasabi nila sa akin. It's because hindi na natin pinipili yung mga kandidatong inilalagay natin sa posisyon. Putsang ina, okay na lang sa atin yung ganito. Yung ganyang mga politiko na naknang toklay, nakakahiya. Walang mga hiya itong mga ito. Sabi ko nga eh. Walang mga hiya na sana man lang bago kayo humarap dyan, putang ina, nag-practice kayo. Hindi nyo alam yung pinag-uusapan, hirap na hirap pati yung resource person na intindihin kayo at ipaintindi sa inyo dahil hindi nyo muna inaral yung sistema bago kayo tatatanong-tanong dyan. At least man lang sana. Well, sa bagay, ako naiintindihan ko itong mga IT experts na ito. Ganyan din ang naging problema ni Mark Zuckerberg noong nagkaroon ng hearing ng Facebook sa Amerika sa Senate. Hindi talaga naiintindihan ng mga matatanda, yung mga low-tech na mga senador yung technology. Okay lang kung yung technology yung hindi mo maintindihan eh. Okay lang yun kasi nga may edad ka na. So talaga yan, kumbaga it's a given. Pero bilang isang congresswoman na ang second language ay English. Tapos kung ako normal na tao ako, I'm not good at English or I'm not good in English, I think it's okay because I'm just a normal person. Sorry, I'm not a normal person because I'm a vlogger daw. So I'm only a normal person. Unlike you, you're a congresswoman. You're supposed to be drafting or crafting laws. Hindi ba? And syempre naman, when you draft law, when you craft a law, it should be written in both English and Tagalog, right? So at least man lang, yung articulate in speaking in English, at least man lang, bilib ako kay Rog kanina eh. Si Rog Gutierrez, kasi kahit walang kwenta yung sinasabi niya, magaling siya mag-English. Mukha siyang matalino. what more etong hindi talaga marunong mag-English, hindi niya ma-articulate, ma-explain yung sarili niya, para siyang batang may sakit na hindi alam kung paano niya i-express sa nanay niya kung ano yung masakit, yung ulo ba, yung tiyan ba, yung kasukasuan ba, hindi ba? So nakakahiya ito. And ganito na po yung mga klase ng mga politiko natin sa Congress, sa Senate. Even sa Senate, marami din dyan mga ganito. Sana, pag naglagay tayo ng mga ng mga tao dyan, make sure na talagang matalino, magaling at mahusay gumawa ng batas. Kasi kung ganitong klase ng mga mambabatas, itong mga ganitong klase dapat talaga minamata natin to. Ikaw naman, masyado ka naman nagmamagaling, Boss Dada. Di ka rin naman magaling mag-English. Hindi naman ako congressman. Kung congressman na ako, tas hindi pa ako magaling mag-English, yun, pwede nyo na ako i-call out. So I'm calling out itong si Franz Castro. Mag-practice ka pa, gusto pa maging senador. Pinagre-resign, pinatatalisik mo na si Pangulong Duterte dito, hindi mo pa maayos-ayos yung English mo. So yun lang ang masasabi natin. Napakaganda. In fairness, napakaganda po ng naging output nitong hearing na ito. And I just hope na magtuloy-tuloy yung magandang relationship ng Congress and mga vloggers. Nakakatuwa lang na they are going to craft a law. Tapos, ang pinagkukunan nila ng information when doing so is tayong mga vloggers. So, that is somehow kumbaga parang, ano na yan, yung, it's an honor. So, good job sa Congress ngayon. Although nakakalungkot na yung ating mga kasama na si Mark Lopez, si Sas Rogando Sasot, si Doc Lorraine and Ka Eric Celis, ano pa naman sila, mga IPANO party list representatives pa naman yung dalawa na yan, na-cite in contempt. Yun lang yung pinaka nakakalungkot na part. Kasi this could have been productive and victorious on both sides or on both ends kung wala sanang na contempt. But it's sad to say na yung mga pinakamamahal din nating mga kasamahan sa pagtatanggol kay Pangulong Duterte na-cite in contempt. Hindi natin kontrolado yan kasi it's within the powers of yung Congress and ayun, may mga nakita sila na violate netong mga kasamahan natin na kaya sila ay na-issuehan ng contempt order. Kaya ako naman, my game plan was never to, or at as much as possible, if you're not being asked, do not say anything. Kasi nga, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law because you are under oath. Ayan. So yan po ang mga nangyari, and I hope that the Congress will be okay with this reaction video. I am just reacting kay Franz Castro, but all in all, my impression dito sa Congress, kahit papaano, medyo nagbago kasi ako, I consider myself as a hard-hitting critic of this government. And luckily, I'm still free. Di pa ako napapakulong at hindi ako napakulong sa aking pagpunta diyan sa Kongreso. And I hope that I will that it will be the same, or I want to keep it that way. Ayoko nang syempre ayaw naman natin na ma-hold tayo in contempt or makulong tayo kasi ang hirap talaga kapag hindi ka malaya. Alright, so thank you very much mga bossing. Mabuhay kayo. God bless us all and God bless the Philippines. You're all amazing. Magkita-kita po tayo muli sa susunod na vlog. Mag-like and share. Wag po kayong disclaimer lang po. Wag po kayong maniwala dito sa channel natin. Wala pong kwentang channel ito. Ito pong channel na to ay for entertainment purposes only. Pero i-like and share nyo kung kayo na-entertain, natuwa at gusto nyo matuwa yung mga kapitbahay ninyo. Gawin ninyo yan. Comment din para mabasa natin at ating ma-correct kung ano yung mga dapat natin i-correct. You're all amazing. Good night.
Kami ang boses ng masa, hindi natatakot. Katotohanan lang, di kami nalulunod. Walang bahid ng sismis, lahat ay totoo. Kahit sino ka pa, pag mali ka babanatan ka. Walang pinipili kulay, wala kaming kinikilingan. Basta para sa bayan, kami lalaban. Pagdama palakpakan, pag mali banatan. Di matitinag, di matatakot, para sa bayan tuloy ang sigaw. Sa harap ng kamera, walang halong takot. Mga baluktot, lahat kayo'y tutumba. Ang hustisya at totoo, yun lang ang mahalaga. Kahit sinong harang, di kami matitinag. Walang pinipili